finishing up this bathroom, and here's a quick installation of new. If you want to change your faucets, you're just going to screw that in and do it by hand first. Your granite's right here. Alright, position the two hoses right inside here, just like that. And these Mowens happen to come with a special tool that goes right there, and all you do is tighten it, and this is starting to close. Real easy to get to. It's got nice grips on it, so easy torque. Nothing, you don't have to over tighten it much. This has a rubber bushing on this side, so it helps with grip, but very simple to put in. If you have a 3-hole, when you remove your other one 3-hole, then this base will have hot water here, cold water here, and you're just going to put it in there. And this is the mount attachment that you'll have a screw type of here. Sometimes you have big nuts to hold it down right here. But let me mount this. And when you're doing the install of the base plate, if you decide to put it in, this notch at 10 o'clock here that you see, that should be just right there at the 10 o'clock position, because that is where the mounting bolt's going to slip through. And underneath you have a black seal. Put that in. Partially tighten it from the bottom, and there's a groove here on the base. Make sure that this sits right over it, and you'll hear it pop into place. Right there, and that's it. You get a nice tight seal. And this here, just make sure that it's straight. You don't want it like that. You can pull it all the way forward, all the way back, but if you have a double sink, it's nice to have this same gap here that you have over here. So this is a layout of the assembly that goes here. Drain stopper's there. Here's your lever, which is going to be this one back here. It's going to be about that height once it's all adjusted properly. You can actually put it wherever you want. Just depends on how good, how you like it. But this is the layout. Okay? Under the sink, obviously. This is the lock that holds this in place. And you simply, all you have to do, that's this. All you have to do is squeeze it. Just squeeze it together and it slides in. And you put this lever here goes right between here, okay, and that will never come off. There's an adjustment bolt, so whatever height you want, as soon as you're happy with it, just turn it with a small wrench, a couple of turns, and that's it. This piece goes here, and it will attach to the inside of here. The hole, this hole right here, is what picks up the stopper. So if you push right there, it's open, obviously. Okay, this is in the down position. When you pull the stopper up, it closes right there, and you can adjust it to wherever you want. And this is the setup. You need some Plumbers Putty. Local stores have them. This is the lock seal from the bottom, and here's your tie down. You're going to need a open crescent wrench to tie this down. And as you're tying this down, this is going to compress the Plumbers Putty. It's going to start squeezing out of here, which is perfectly normal. Once you tighten it down, make sure it's straight, because this piece here, you want it to be lined up. So when you open and close the stopper, everything's lined up. This is an important seal. You're going to be turning this any way you want, but That seal there is what's gonna prevent water from leaking outside. So if you have a leak, that's the first place to check. But give it a nice tight snug. And see, now it's already pushed out all of the putty. You take the remainder out, and that's it. Clean it up. You're done with this part. When you finish tightening the stopper, make sure that this shaft is pointed as low as possible. Okay, water line's attached, and when you're working under here, if you can, work from the back forward, because if you start putting the P-trap in place, you're going to have everything here in the way, and it's very simple to access these two nuts to tighten this. A lot easier. When it comes time to hook up your P-trap, loosen these two locks, okay? Because you need to play around with the best alignment from where the downspout is to the entrance of the P-trap. And if you need a flexible line, that's okay, but this gives you a little bit of play. See, I've already increased it a lot closer here. Most of the bathroom bath is 1.25 inches. But if you happen to have 1.5 inches like this one, the pipe coming out of the sink is going to be 1.25 inches. You can easily put a bushing, which reduces it to 1.25 inches. And I adapted all this on there. But keep that in mind. These are just, they fit right there, and it allows the 1.5 inch pipe to seal the 1.25 inch pipe. And before you open your water for the first time, after you've done some work, take out the strainer from here, so all the sediment that's going to come down the first time you open it won't get plugged up. And this is another thing you should do. This is the old pipe that was in there. Look at that shit. Fucking filth. All of this was in that pipe, going into the wall. So it's a perfect time to get a coat hanger or something to squeeze in here. Or if you don't mind, stick your finger in there and just squeeze in and pull it out. And because that's going to be years of accumulation. It's very easy to access when you have this open. Alright, these are 1/4 turn valves. I just turned them just 1/4 turn. And here's our water for the, and there's no leaks here. Right here. It's nothing. And no leak there. Nothing. So we're good here. So if you turn on the water up top on your new faucet, if it leaks, it's going to be somewhere right here, or your joints. And these you can tighten them by hand. You don't need a wrench. Just give them as tight as you can by hand. Let's go water on. Well, I'm surprised they didn't spit anything out. Alright, let me put that strainer on real quick. Let's see. Normally you get a bunch of sediment coming out, and these just screw in by hand. These Moens happen to have this key, make things easier. There we go. And we have no leaks anywhere. Alright, these are 1/4 turn valves. I just turned them just 1/4 turn. And here's our water for the, and there's no leaks here. Right here. It's nothing. And no leak there. Nothing. So we're good here. So if you turn on the water up top on your new faucet, if it leaks, it's going to be somewhere right here, or your joints. And these you can tighten them by hand. You don't need a wrench. Just give them as tight as you can by hand. Let's go water on. Well, I'm surprised they didn't spit anything out. Alright, let me put that strainer on real quick. Let's see. Normally you get a bunch of sediment coming out. And these just screw in by hand. These Moens happen to have this key. Make things easier. There we go. And we have no leaks anywhere. No water. Perfect. Move over to the next one. And I'll show you a little trick. If you want to check for leaks under the sink after you've done all this work, fill this up completely up to the top and then let go. Pull the plug out, and the rush of water going down will definitely tell you if you have a leak or not. And we're doing this, the water's gushing down. Let me turn on my light. And you see there, no leak. Water's going down, no leak. The rush of water will definitely expose any leaks. But